The janitors went home.
Primero.
Buenos días.
Y enhorabuena por la serie, a los dos.
Muchas gracias.
Y
Bueno, el reto sobre todo era intentar hacer una tercera temporada que se sintiera como parte de la saga y no se sintiera repetitiva, ¿no? Siempre que tenemos, manteniendo, digamos, la esencia de la serie, que es una serie de personajes encerrados en un espacio, entre ellos hay un asesino. El reto, sobre todo, fue ese, conseguirlo, o intentarlo, al menos, espero haberlo conseguido, pero sobre todo hacer o continuar la relación de Arthur y Maggie hasta unos lugares más insospechados, ¿no? En ese sentido, bueno, no te quiero hacer tampoco spoiler, pero el personaje de Arthur, bueno, lo habéis visto, ¿no? Parte de los capítulos. Hay un hueco en la historia que no se contaba entre la temporada 1 y 2, que es el año que Arthur pasa en la cárcel, y es algo que me interesaba mucho, ¿no? Como alguien desde el pasado puede influir en el futuro y seguir siendo un antagonista puro. En ese sentido, es un poco lo novedoso.
So for us, every season is a completely different experience. It's not just 3 is different. Every season is a completely different way of storytelling. We're not repeating ourselves in the way we tell the story. We're not repeating ourselves in the place where the story is, because the set has a lot of influence. If in season 1 it was the Antarctics, in season 2 a boat sailing in the middle of the ocean is a completely different way of showing it. And in season 3 we are hidden under the ground, so it has a big effect. In season 3 we are using new characters, which are guinea pigs. These are people that have no connection to the stories. They are brought there, and I think they bring a lot of different energy, both age and the storytelling of what they do, and they're essential to the story. And also, I think in season 3, when we understood it's going to be the final piece of the saga, we also tried to close the stories. So some of the stories that we told in season 1, which we never thought we were going to close them, we found really beautiful ways to end the story. We had a big discussion about the ending scene of season 3. How do you end it? Do you end it with a question mark, or do you end it with an exclamation mark? Because something that was started 6 years ago, now you need to close the story. And I think for us it's an opportunity, because not a lot of series get this privilege of telling a story from beginning to end. You do 1 season, they take you off the air. You do 2 seasons, they cancel you. To do the entire trilogy is really a privilege, and we're proud of making it.
Más difícil es siempre que lo rodamos todo al revés. En la primera temporada era verano y hacía un calor horrible y teníamos que rodar frío, y en esta hacía un frío horrible porque rodamos en invierno y tenía que ser en medio del Sahara. Ese es el mayor reto. Conseguir no morir de frío y parecer que hace calor. Por suerte son sensaciones tan extremas que ambas son bastante parecidas. Bueno, el reto es un poco el de siempre, es el conseguir hacer una serie internacional en inglés con actores de prácticamente todo el mundo, sin que se note esa diferencia en la manera de interpretar, ¿no? Ese ha sido el mayor reto. Y luego, como decía Ran, hemos rodado una parte en Almería, una parte en Madrid, una parte en Segovia, una parte en Canarias. Entonces era todo un gran puzzle, porque estábamos creando un espacio que no existe, que es una antigua base rusa en medio del desierto, en Birtawil, que es un lugar que hay entre Sudán y Egipto, que no tiene ley, que nadie conoce, y poder conseguir crear esa fantasía nos requería estar en muchas ciudades, en muchos lugares distintos, y hacer como un puzzle. Conseguir que ese puzzle encajara a la perfección ha sido el mayor reto, y que no se notara, ¿no?
And also, if I can add, I think season 3 is almost an action series. And you imagine that the budgets are not growing from season to season. And to be able to perform an action series with so many chases, fightings in the time we had is really, really hard. And I think Jorge has done an incredible job when you see season 3, that it looks different, because if season 1 was more in your thoughts and season 2 was more in your relationships, season 3 is physical, and you can see that. It's a great question, because in season 1 we started from the Antarctics. That was the beginning. Then we created the story, so the location was not a question, it was the beginning point. In season 2 figured out that we need to find the location, and the location came from what the season was about. Season was about what is the most isolated place in the world where I can conduct a secret experiment, and the writers came up with Point Nemo, which is this place in the middle of the ocean where a human being is much closer to the space station to any other person in the world, so you are most isolated. In season 3, we are conducting experiments on human beings, and we looked up for where do you go when you want to have an experiment on human beings which is not legal. And the idea came from finding a place where there is no law. This place, this Bir Tawil, is what is called the Terra Nullius, is a place with no law. There is no government governing this place. It belongs to nobody. So actually, you can do what the hell you want to do there, and nobody's going to stop you. So then it became the desert, but there's a profound reason for why each of the season is in that special isolated place there is. Because we were thinking about isolated places, the middle of the jungle, outer space, but for us it has to have a specific reason for why the story is, and then we put the location. At the end of the day, we have one white season, we have one blue season, and we have one yellow season, just in the looks of how the show feels, but as I said, it has a specific reasoning.
Bueno, este es un público maravilloso, yo creo en general. O sea, yo vine aquí hace 11 años a presentar mi primera película, Mindscape, con Mark Strong y Taisa Farmiga. Fue una experiencia increíble. Y ¿qué se van a llevar? Pues mucha diversión, unos cuantos cadáveres y, y un montón de preguntas, porque es una serie, solo van a haber 2 capítulos, ¿no? Y bueno, yo creo que se lleve las ganas de ponerse, de seguir viéndola y ponerse Max con el día que se estrene y poder verla entera. ¿Pues tú la has visto entera, no?
Hemos visto.
Ah, entera, ¿eh? Ah, 2 capítulos. Nos han dado todo. Ah, qué pena.
For us, it's because when we finished season 1, COVID came to our lives. So our plans of having a premiere were completely cancelled, and we saw the success of the show only digitally when we started getting responses from countries and people told us. Season 2 was in the midst of the crisis in the world of entertainment, so for us, this actually, by the end of the series, it's the first time we get to physically meet people who are watching the show, and I look forward to it very much. Just a few minutes ago, somebody took autographs from us, and I found that amazing that people are actually people behind the success, which is a lot of fun always, because you create stories for people to enjoy them, and that interaction is really important.
Bueno, y presentar la serie en España cuando, es decir, el éxito mayor lo ha tenido en Estados Unidos o en Japón, pues para nosotros también es muy importante porque somos de aquí.
Muchas gracias. Enhorabuena por la serie.
Muchas gracias.